On this day in history, New Hampshire becomes the first colony to declare independence from England. On January 5th, 1776, New Hampshire's Provincial Congress adopted a state constitution and established its own independent government. This act of rebellion came a full 6 months before the Continental Congress signed the Declaration of Independence. And a Vermont milestone on this day in 1921, Edna Beard of Orange was sworn in as Vermont's first woman legislator. Her election the previous November followed the ratification of the 19th Amendment, giving women the right to vote. Beard served one term in the House and one in the state Senate. There has not been a year since without a woman in the legislature.